Hey, how you doing this morning? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And I just want to kind of catch up on things, kind of know what's happening. And so this is a this and that show, just general, maybe useful, maybe unuseful information. The reason, what prompted me to do this particular show, it's just going to be a quickie, but don't quit babbling, it's going to be a long show, is once again, I'm having problems, and probably other people are having problems, with their YouTube channel. And the problem I'm seeing right now is the comments are messed up once again. And what I mean by messed up is I'm getting, now when somebody leaves a comment on a video, YouTube sends me an email that says, here's a comment, go do something with it, basically. And so I'm getting comments in the past couple of days that are comments that are months old. And in most cases, I've already replied to them. So that's disheartening. The other thing that when I'm looking at those comments on a particular show, I'm noticing comments that I never got an email about. Now, that could be the spam filter. Typically, a spam filter is not affecting emails from YouTube, but occasionally it does. And so, therefore, my spam filter is up on Gmail. So, unless I go look at my spam filter emails that have been filtered and moved over to spam, I don't see them for a while. And I do have a item on my calendar to once a week to remind me to go check Gmail spam folder to see if anything got stuck in there that's really not spam, such as comments. So sometimes they get in there, so this is causing a delay of me replying to comments. I try my best to reply to a comment within 24 hours. I try to do that. Because, you take the time to send me a comment, I want to reply to you. Also, a better way, if you have a specific question you want answered, is to just send me an email. Don't use comments. Just send me an email to TRRS73@gmail.com, which the email address should be listed down below each of my videos. So that's another way you could get possibly a faster response. Because a typical day for me is I get up at like 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning and I have breakfast and then I go look at my emails. So I don't let my emails get more than 12 hours at the most old. And I get a lot of emails. Not that I'm popular, which I'm not. It's because I've signed up to so many newsletters and news groups to get information about shortwave radio and some of my other hobbies. So I get a lot of emails. I get about 300 or 400 emails overnight. Again, it's not emails that are directly to me. It could be to these users groups, which I belong to about 20 users groups. Most of them Yahoo, 1 or 2 Google users groups, some of them direct, some of them newsletters, or not newsletters, but information that's posted from a website that you can ask for the post to be sent to you with an email. So I get a lot of that stuff. And then Amazon sends me stuff all the time. That's it. Okay, so I get a lot of emails. So I try to go through those every day and not let them get more than 12 hours old. The other problem I'm noticing, and other people have noticed with YouTube, is they keep changing things, okay, for the better supposedly. It's not always for the better. Is that now when you subscribe, when you're watching a video and you go, that guy's pretty comical because he's such an idiot, I'm going to watch his channel. Well, before you had to go, after you subscribed, you had to go to the page with all your subscriptions, and you had to click on notify me when a new video is posted by this channel. Now, and I think you can still do it that way, but now when you subscribe, right next to the subscribe button is a little, looks like a bell, like an alarm bell, and you click on that, the little pop-up comes up and it says something to the effect, notify me of new videos posted, something like that, I don't know exactly. So you can do it that way. Some people may not know about that, either one of those features, and it's a feature that I use a lot because I subscribed to over 1,000, maybe up to 1,500 now, other channels on YouTube. Again, trying to collect information about my hobbies. I do not have all of those 1,500 set up to notify me when a new video is posted on a particular channel. No, I don't do it that way. What I do, yeah, I do that too. What was I going to say? Oh, what I do is in the morning, after I read all my emails, then I go to YouTube and I look at my subscriptions and I go through all of them. Man, a lot of them, I would say 60 to 70% have got videos that I don't care anything about. And the reason being is I may see one video that I liked, and so I subscribed in case there's another one on that channel that I like. And so I go through all my subscriptions and see what has recently been posted. And then I tag to watch later the videos that look interesting. Now, they may not be interesting, but if they look interesting, I'll tag them. Then I will go and say, okay, go show me my marked for watched videos, and I'll start playing them. And I may have watched a video for 10 seconds and I go, not a subject I'm interested in. Delete, go to the next one. And so that takes about an hour. So about an hour for reading emails, about an hour for watching whatever that I have subscribed to, everything new and interesting. So that's kind of the start of my day. Then I usually come down to the workshop and do some radio stuff. Or if it's nice weather and it's kind of gotten later, it's already, daylight, I may go out and do some stuff in the yard. This morning I ain't going outside because right now it's like 35 degrees in Florida. 35 degrees in Florida. I really feel sorry for you people north of Florida. Some states are below zero. That's brutal. But it's always in Florida. It's only supposed to stay cool for like 2 or 3 days, and then back up to the 80s. It's a little too warm for winter. Okay, so I've babbled here long enough. What else did I want to let you know about? Oh, I've started to round up stuff that was either given to me for review that I don't think there's any need to keep it. Now let me define that. What do I mean need to keep? Some people have asked, why do you have so many radios? You keep buying these radios, and getting these radios. Why do you have so many? Well, because I'm here to answer questions about them. And so radios that I think I will continue to get questions about. Look, for instance, the Gwendig 750. Every day I get at least one question on that radio. So I'm keeping that radio because I like that radio anyway. But say, say the Texan PL 880. Now, I don't like the 880 because the single sideband feature does not work. It was terrible on the first version, and it was still pretty bad on the second. So I don't like that radio. So I don't personally use that radio. But I still get questions on the PL80, so I keep it. That's the reason I keep it. Otherwise, I get rid of it. But there are a lot of radios that I'll probably never get another question, especially my $120 radios. You either like them and get one, or you have no interest in it, you don't want to hear anything about it, and you don't have any questions. So I'm going to start giving those things away. I also have books that people have sent me for a review, and I really personally don't have a need for them. So I'm going to give those away. So we're going to have a number of giveaways this year, and we're going to do them pretty quick. I don't like to drag things out. I typically have noticed on giveaways, oh, the speaker just fell down. Okay. Our cat's been out here, knocked things over. What was I saying? Something about, okay, giveaway. Yeah, giveaway. I have typically seen that giveaways, you get 80% of the people that are going to enter in the first couple of days. And then other people just kind of trickle in. So I'm going to try to keep giveaways to be no longer than a week. And maybe even shorter. What am I saying? What am I saying? I'm going to try to even do some like instant giveaways where first person that responds to this item that they might want, send me your information. Now, the other thing I try to do is I try not to get much information about the multiple people that enter. It only asks for detailed information for the one person that won, if he wants to give it to. Now that's what's happened. A couple of people who have won didn't really want to give me their shipping address or their home address. So they said, no, I don't want it. So I've got a couple of things like that that I need to put back in the pile and give them away. So that's something that's coming up in the future. One other thing that's going to use up some of my time, that it's one of those things that it's like a habit you can't break. And for 3 years, I recycled computers. And what I mean by recycled computers is I would get old computers, either the people got a new computer and they didn't want the old one, or there was something wrong with it, and I would recycle it and give it away. I wouldn't sell it. I'm not into selling computers. And it was taking so much time, the beginning of last year, which was the 3rd year I did this, that I stopped doing it. But, unfortunately, or fortunately, I have kind of some followers that are out there looking for used equipment for me, either computers or radios or electronic stuff. And so they will send me an email from time to time, and since they went to the trouble of informing me and holding on to the piece of equipment, got it out of the dumpster, whatever, I feel obligated to go get it from them and see what I can do with it. Well, the other day, a lady called me that had given me quite a few things. She is really a definite hardcore recycler, and I'm on her list of things that are electronic to recycle. So she always sends me an email and gives me first choice. And so she says, I got some computer stuff that you might want. Okay. All right. I'll go look at it. Well, she had a plethora of computer stuff. She had 4 computers, all of which were working, 3 LCD monitors. One is a huge 24-inch that I'm using right now. It's right up there. That it did not have it has a separate power supply module, and it didn't have that. So it was useless the way it was. I'm not sure why it was in the dumpster or why it was given to her or whatever, but maybe that power cube died and it was like, too much trouble and an excuse to get a new monitor. Although this was a nice monitor, 24-inch LG monitor. And luckily I have a friend that has moved to Largo. He lived in Philadelphia, who repairs computers. And I went to see him and asked him, if he had any idea where I could get one. And he had one. He had a pile of computer modules, power supply modules, and he had one. He says, I used to have an LCD monitor. Maybe I still have the power cube, which he did. So I got it, hooked it up, working. Okay. So anyway, now I'm forced back in to recycling these 4 computers. One of which I'm going to keep because it's nice and compact. So I'm thinking about putting it in or on my workbench because it doesn't take up so much room. So I'm thinking about that. I don't know. So anyway, that's where I'm at there. So I'm kind of back into recycling this year, although I really got burnt out doing it before because there were so many generous people that were giving me computers, and I had to clean them up. I had to wipe the hard drive, so there was no information from the previous owner. Actually, there's a little program that's used by the government that does a wipe, and it writes 10 times so that there's no way or not easily recoverable. And then I have to reinstall the operating system, and it takes time-wise, not my time-wise, but time-wise, it'll take 3 or 4 hours to clean a computer. Not to mention physically clean it, because some of these computers are really nasty. Matter of fact, one of the 4 computers I got this time, apparently somebody tried to go in it and do some upgrades or something. Number one, they bent the cover because they didn't know how to get the cover off. Number two, there was blood stains all over the inside, so they must have cut themselves when they were doing this. But it works fine. The computer works fine. So that's kind of where I'm at. The big thing I want to tell you about is the things about YouTube and the fact that maybe you're sending me a comment and you're going, dummy, he didn't even reply to my comment. Well, maybe I didn't see it. And I'm wasting some time, not a lot, it doesn't happen very often, some time reviewing comments that I've already reviewed. So that's a nuisance. So anyway, Happy New Year to everybody, and we're going to get back on the air here and get some radio stuff done. I still want to do that mod on my, which is right over there, my DX394, my Radio Shack. There's a bunch of mods for that. One of them which is to turn off muting while tuning. And I hate that. And the question is, when I turn that off, is it going to cause some other problem, which is worse than muting with tuning? That's what I want to try. It's a simple mod. Simple mod. You just pull a wire out of a gang of pins, like 4 or 5 pins. And it's the feedback loop for that. And you can either dike the lead or pull the pin out. If you pull the pin out, then it's easy to put it back in. The question is, how difficult is it going to be to pull it out? Me, because I'm not very patient, I'll probably just dike it out. I'll probably try for a few minutes, pull the pin out, and then cut the wire. Because you can always solder it back. I think there's enough wire there that if you actually cut it and you tested it and it came out worse, that you could resolder it and put some sleeving on it and it'd be fine. So that's the thing we're going to do. You're going to hear some noise on this video because I turned my washing machine on to help warm up my workshop because it is, well, it was 57. It's now 60 degrees in my workshop. So that's why I got long sleeve shirts on. I typically wear short sleeves and shorts. Not today. Anyway, if you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up. Bye-bye.